Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So I've got a review video for you as well as a little bit of a demonstration. So recently I purchased a new acrylic system. I don't know if you guys have heard of CJP Nail Systems. I've only just started to sort of hear about it. I spoke to a couple of my nail technician friends about acrylic systems, and all of them recommended CJP. So I bit the bullet and I purchased the Master Mini Kit. So that's what you see before you is the 4 mini powders and 100 millilitres of the Master Monomer. So I've been trialling it out for about 3 weeks now. I'm also on the Facebook group for the CJP as well, so I've been seeing loads of beautiful work on there by some other people that I sort of admire as well. So in the master kit, mini master kit, you obviously get the Master Monomer 100 millilitres and the 4 powders. You've got Negligee, which is a sheer pink, Crystal Glass, which is obviously clear, Birthday Suit, which is the cover pink, and then Snow White, which is obviously the white. So if you guys follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you will have seen that I did a set of baby boomers using Birthday Suit, Snow White and Crystal Glass. I was sort of the first tester person for this, and one of the main reasons I wanted to really try the system out was because of the raves that you get absolutely no lifting whatsoever with this acrylic system, and also it, you know, is meant to be really easy to file. So you know, I tested it out on myself. I did a full set of acrylics on myself on both hands, using, you know, the 3 powders. So what I'm going to do is I'm sort of going to show you my results of wearing CJP for 3 weeks. I'm then going to do an infill on one of the fingers for you, and then I'm going to give you my review at the end of the video as well. So let's get going with this video. Okay, so I've zoomed in quite a lot here on my nails. So these are my nails after 3 weeks of wearing CJP. So I've not done anything to them since I first put them on. So obviously I top coated them, and then on top of that I've been doing, you know, gel polish with my peel off base sort of on top. So I haven't touched the acrylic at all. So I hope that you can see that there is absolutely no lifting whatsoever on these. They are absolutely firm on there. And as well, these are quite thin. I did them quite thinly, hopefully you guys can see. So I did them quite thinly because I do all the gel polish and the glitters and everything on top usually. I like to do my acrylics quite thin. So yeah, so there's absolutely no lifting at all on my fingers. So I'm going to show you an infill on my thumb here on the baby boomers. So yeah, we'll get into that. So the first thing that I'm going to do on my thumb is I'm going to push my cuticles back. So I haven't done anything to my nails. I've obviously been pushing my cuticles back over the past 3 weeks, just to kind of make sure that I'm promoting the nail growth. Then I'm just going to remove any dead tissue off of the nail. And then I'm just going to nip off any excess bits You normally wouldn't have to do this for all the nails, but I know that my thumb can sometimes be quite bad. So then I'm going to grab my file. So this file has obviously been used by me. This one is 150, 180 maybe. I can't remember. Just from Sally's. So, and all I'm going to do is just sort of neaten up the shape, ready for the infill. I'm going to shorten the nail a little bit. So, and then I'm going to go on top of the nail, removing that gel top coat and filing down a little bit of the bulk. There's not a lot of bulk on this nail though, but so, and then I'm also just going to run my file over the natural nail quite gently, getting rid of any little bits of top coat around that area where we first applied. So then I'm just going to get my cleanser on, well, my dehydrator, or your IPA as you would call it, just to clean all of the dust off of the nail. So then, because I only got the Master Mini Kit, I didn't get all the sort of other little bits and bobs with it. So at the moment, I've just been using my gelish pH bond, which is what I would use with my other acrylic system. So, and I recently have just started sort of double pH bonding. And then I've just been using my protein bond by Young Nails, which you guys will have seen in some of my videos before. So, and again, I just double layer that just onto the natural nail. You don't need to go onto the acrylic. So then I'm going to get the Master Monomer and pop it in my dampened dish. Also just going to get my kitchen towel. So again, because I only got the sort of mini kit, I didn't get one of their acrylic brushes. So today I'm just going to use the Crystal Nails A8, which looks like that. So for the first bit of the infill, I'm going to use Birthday Suit, which is the Cover Pink, which is an absolutely beautiful colour. I actually really like this colour. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So people are sort of saying about the CJP that it's sort of quite a different ratio, but I actually found that it was really easy for me to get the ratio first try. So I was really pleased with that. So obviously I'm just, I'm doing it out of focus, out of camera, sorry guys. Just pushing it up into the cuticle area, and then I'm just feathering it down the nail. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of a smaller bead just to feather that down over the white for the sort of baby boomer type thing. So then I need to wait for that to completely dry. Okay, so I'm just going to check and make sure that that is all dry. So then next I'm going to go in with just a little bit of the clear, which as you can see I haven't got a lot left because I've been using it. So, and basically I just want to put the clear around this sort of area here, just to basically protect all of this like lovely fade bit that we've got going on with the baby boomers. So not a big bead at all, just a sort of a little one that I can just spread out evenly over the nail. Like that. So I'm just going to wait for that to dry as well. Okay, so I'm just going to check and make sure that that is all dry, and this is the best test to do to make sure it makes that nice tapping sound. So I'm going to get back in with my file, and I'm just going to start shaping the nail again, just to really make sure that that is perfect. And then obviously just going to file the top. And the one thing that I absolutely love about this acrylic system is that it is so easy to actually file. And it feels like when you're filing that the acrylic hasn't properly dried, but it has completely. It's completely dried, but it's just that much softer, that instead of sort of filing away at a bit of rock, you've got a little bit of like foam. Does that make any sense at all? Probably not. So I'm just going to try and get that nice apex on the nail like that. And then I'm just going to do a little file down there, making sure that all of the edges are nice and straight. And then obviously look down the barrel of the nail as well, make sure that that's all smooth. Just need a little bit more off this side. Okay, so then I'm just going to get a dry, either lint-free wipe or just a bit of kitchen towel or something, just to brush off the dust. So the next thing, I'm just going to top coat this nail, just because obviously with something like a baby boomer, you don't want to be putting anything else on top. You want to just finish this nail off. I'm just using gelish Top It Off. You can use whatever top coat you want to. I know that also CJP do their own top coats. So then I'm just going to cure that in my lamp. So then once that's been cured, I'm just going to wipe off the inhibition layer and any dust. And then there you have it. So in a sort of final review of the CJP acrylic system, I'm generally very, very impressed with this so far. I found, especially when I first did my set of acrylics, that it was really, really easy to use. It was really sort of moldable and stuff like that. I didn't have any problem with the ratio. I did it exactly the same way as I always do, which is dipping my brush into the monomer, getting out any air bubbles, and then wiping 4 times on the side of the dampened dish, and then 3 times into the powder. Every single time I got an amazing bead with that. It wasn't too wet, it wasn't too dry, it was just perfect. So for me, I had no ratio problems at all. Also, I'm really, really impressed with how easy it is to file. It is amazing. Like I said, when I was filing, usually with acrylic, it feels like you're filing a rock in some sort of ways, and you're filing and you're filing and you're filing. Obviously, if you've got an e-file, it's so much easier, but if you're like me and you only hand file into shape and things like that, it's very, very hard and it takes a long time. When I'm filing CJP, it just feels a lot softer. Feels like it hasn't dried properly, but it has, because you can hear that tapping sound. And even if I went in and filed my nails now 3 weeks on, it would still be as easy to file as when I first did them. Obviously infilling, really easy, especially as you've got no lifting whatsoever. That cuts out so much time. When you get lifting on acrylic nails, you really need to get it all off before you infill. And it's one of the really annoying things about acrylics is when they do lift. And obviously as well, another sort of selling point is it is very affordable to purchase already. I mean, I think I've made an order every single week at the moment with CJP. I made this one first of all 3 weeks ago, then I made a second one the week after to get more of crystal glass and birthday suit, because I knew that these were going to be very popular. And obviously, like I showed you, my crystal glass has already started to dwindle, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't caught out, so I just bought both of these in the 50 grams. And I also made an order over this weekend just gone. I brought another one of their cover pinks called Cherry Blossom Blush, which looks a little bit pinker to me than birthday suit, so I'm excited to try that one out. And also I brought one of the acrylic brushes, so I'm excited to try that out as well. So far, very impressed with CJP. Obviously I've got loads of nail tech friends who use CJP already and recommended me to it, so I'm very pleased that their recommendation has gone well. So obviously I will leave the website link down below. You have to be a professional nail technician or be trained in acrylics to use this acrylic system, but I will leave the link down below for you. Hopefully I'm going to have some more CJP videos to come. I'm going to have a official wear test for you guys where you'll see me applying a full set of acrylics. We're then going to keep an eye on them over 3 or 4 weeks, and then we're going to come back and see what they're like as well. And we're just going to have more tutorials because I'm excited to get stuck into this acrylic system, you know, and I'm just very impressed so far with it. So I hope that you liked this video, guys. Please like and subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.